kick it, go blank, get the hand, and they're going to concede. Yeah, so it's funny that that deck, this 5-color deck, is specifically very good against mid-range decks, except for Grixis because of the counter spells. Alright, what is up my friends? Welcome to the Monday video here on CoolStuffInc.com. I want to apologize for last week. I think it's my first week ever missing content, my entire tenure here on CoolStuffInc.com, but I had COVID, I still have COVID. It's been kind of crappy. I'm feeling a little better, but pretty drained overall. The sickness is gone, but the fatigue is, whew. But we're powering through, and today we're going to play the deck that I should have played at the Pro Tour, at the New Competitive Championship, the deck that most of my team I work with Team CFB, and Mike Sugar's top 8 of the event playing this deck, and yeah, I played Runes, whatever, it's in my article, go look at that, but this is a standard Grixis Vampires deck, and that's pretty awesome. It's not a full-on tribal deck like Merfolk or Goblins is, where every card in the deck is a Goblin or Merfolk, and everything's pushing towards that. The only real tribal synergy in this deck is Evelyn the Covetous, which is actually very, very important, though. Evelyn the Covetous is a 5-mana 2/5 flash. It's a vampire. Whenever it or another vampire, important, enters the battlefield under your control, exile top card of each player's library with a collection counter on it, and then once a turn... That's both turns, your opponent's turn as well. You may play a card from exile with a collection counter on it if it was exiled with its ability and pay any mana to cast it. So basically this is a 2/5 multicolor card that is very, very hard to kill. You can't Vanishing Verse it, you can't Voltage Surge it. You know, a lot of the kill spells in the format just don't touch this card. And it's a great card advantage engine. It's got flash, you can flash in their end step. And it's perpetuating too, where every vampire you play will trigger it and get more advantage too. And we're just playing a lot of vampires, somewhat incidentally, of course. Bloodtithe Harvester doesn't need no introduction, super cool card. Playing Bloodthirsty Adversary is both a good top-end card, as well as an early aggressive creature, and a great card to copy of Fable. More on that in a second. And then the big one here that draws us into Grixis is Corpse Appraiser, and this card is really, really good. This is a 3/3 for 3. When it ETBs, exile a creature card from the graveyard. If you do, strategic planning. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, pick one, put 2 in the bin. And a 3/3 that draws a good card for 3 that also is a graveyard hate card is phenomenal. This card is exceptionally good, and the big draw to blue. And of course, it's also just a vampire, which is great as well. Now, the real core of this deck, of course, is Fable the Mirror, best card in Standard, not close. And this is a great Fable deck. It uses both sides phenomenally well. Front side is great. The looting is great for discarding the cards that are kind of like, you know, like Spell Pierce or Duress you don't necessarily need at the time. And then the copying part is incredible. So many good things to copy. Copying Appraiser is unbelievable. Copying Harvester is unbelievable. Copying Adversary is great. So very, very powerful in the deck. And it's basically just a mid-range core. This is basically a black-red mid-range core splashing blue. Kaito is very good here, of course, similar to my Pro Tour Alchemy deck. Removal spells here, Infernal Grasp. Voltage Surge has been one of the best kill spells in the format. Always a blood or treasure laying around to sacrifice, super cheap and efficient. And a couple Planeswalkers, you kind of get the idea. Fills it out. Mana's a lot better now with the Xander's Lounge. So a great mid-range base here. Again, base Rakdos, splashing blue lightly off of some pathways and some lands. Now, the big draw to blue is in the sideboard as well, with the one card that people really missed on for the Pro Tour that my team was all over, which was Annul. And this card is obviously awesome against Runes, but really good against the Jund decks too that are playing Seeker's Chariot and Fable the Mirror. This is one of the few ways in the format to actually maintain parity against Fable the Mirror or Seeker's Chariot, where you get to counter the whole card at once for only 1 mana. You know, trying to beat them any other way is difficult because it leaves tokens behind and so on and so forth. It's difficult to beat. So Null's really good. A couple of the counters here, Stroke and Negate. Mind Flayer is a great card to have as a 1-of. Extra Evelyn in the grindy matchups where they can't kill it. Ray is very important against the Esper decks, Abrade, Go Blind, get the idea, you know, for the most part. And deck is super sweet, major regret of mine not playing it, but deck's awesome, or you're about to see why. Right here on CoolStuffInc.com, quick word for the sponsors, and we'll get right to the games.
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to sponsor Jim Davis. We offer great deals on card games, tabletop RPGs, board games, and more. Get a free token featuring Jim Davis and take 5% off your next order if you use the code JIM5 at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
All right, round 1. Let's rock and roll. Amusingly enough, I think the ladder is about to reset, which is pretty funny. But, alright, so we are on the play, and our hand is not great. No 2-drops and no blue mana. If this was like a Infernal Grasp or a Voltage Surge, some cheap kill spell, I think we'd be inclined to consider keeping this hand. But this is a mid-range deck, but it definitely has some engines as well. It's important to get one of those engines online, whether it's Fable or Kaito. So we're going to look at this. Not great, but better. We're going to keep this. 2 cheap interactive spells and lands. Opponent mulliganed also. So, and then with double Hive is a little awkward. I think we're going to ship one of these Hives and go turn 1 Stormcarved Coast to have the ability to Spell Pierce or Surge on 2. Yeah, we're going to do that. So, not a great hand, but obviously has all of our mana, a few interactive spells. You can buy a little time and get things going. And there you go. It's easy as that. Easy as that. Fable looks great. Fable fixes his hand pretty well. Pretty well. So Shadow Skull Smash. So we got some Jund action and a Courier's Briefcase. This could be the 5-color Kami War deck, which is actually a really good deck, but I'm going to Spell Pierce this. We're kind of locked to playing Fable next turn, and Spell Pierce is pretty good against them regardless, but I think you want to just get things online here, so I'm going to play this on red and play Fable. Try and get our ball rolling. If it is that deck, Annul is unbelievable against them. Kami War, Prismatic, yeah it is. Prismatic Bridge, Fable the Mirror Breakers, Celestis, Sagas, just you name it, they got it. So, alright, we're going to discard 2 here, but draw a good spell. An Adversary and a Harvester. So, that's okay. I think we're going to just jam. I think we're just going to play everything. They do a Battle of Frosted Fire, but like, we're going to kill this and just play the world here. Just play Adversary, play Harvester, attack, Surge, the 2/2. We're definitely the aggro deck here, so attack, make treasure, kill this, and just get our beats on. Their super is usually Battle of Frost and Fire, which wouldn't be online for 2 turns. We have Hive of the Eye Tyrant as well, so really cool deck though. This deck is really, really fun. I played this deck a lot actually. It's super sweet. Very good. It's very good against the mid-range decks typically, as it goes way over the top by producing the Kami War and Titan of Industry and so on and so forth. And most decks can't remove the Prismatic Bridge. However, I think Grixis is the one mid-range deck that is good against it, specifically because of Annul. Because Annul is just so comically good against them. And the best way to beat a ramp deck like this is just to have a cheap threat or 2 with some counterspell backup. Which we have, of course. We have not only the Annuls, but also the Negate and the Stroke, too. So, and a few Duresses as well. So we're cooking a lot of with a lot of gas here. Land number 4. Because we have Binding here. Maybe we also have our Fable flipping too, which is great. So, biggest fear here is just Battle of Frost and Fire. Mopping things up next turn. Smashing. We're just going to Smashing to kill. So we draw land, which is great also. Yeah, we're just in. So, just going to jam for a bunch. Attack for 7, make a mana. Exile, I don't think it matters. Whatever. Make a treasure. Put you at 9. If they have Battle of Frost and Fire here, it's not great. We still have our Hive, and they lose their reflections. So, Briefcase numero 2. Okay, that's blue mana. That is blue mana. Land. Okay. We draw Duress. That's a pretty good draw. Duress is a pretty good draw. We could actually Duress them. And then Adversary Duress them again. We're going to start with Duress. Just see what's up. Their hand is Frost and Fire land. So I don't need to do that. And now we can copy. I guess we can Reflection copy Voltage Surge. So we'll copy the Adversary. Pay the cost. And hit Voltage Surge. kill the reflections and force them to chump block. No, they can just take it if they want to. They're feeling frisky, but they're not feeling frisky. They're blocked. So they go down to 5, and now they kind of have to draw like Frost and Fire. I guess I could draw a Titan. They go land Titan, but they didn't. So definitely winning game 1's huge. I think our game 2 and 3 are really good against them. So bringing Annul, Stroke, Negate, Duress, Go Blank. Seems reasonable. We're going to cut the Ray. Spellbearer's pretty good too, actually. Keep the Grasps in. We're going to cut a couple Voltage Surges. Cut the Massacres. I think Evelyn's pretty bad here too. Evelyn's just like super expensive. It can hit some cool cards, but it's just like very, very clunky. It does play well with the counter spells, which is kind of cool. Much better than Sorin, because Sorin's just terrible. I'll leave them one Evelyn, I think. So Kaito, Fable, Transfer. I think Transfer and Infernal Grasp are fine. We need to be able to kill the Titan if they get to that point. We want some kill spells in our deck, but all in all, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Yeah, this is good with me. This is good with me. John Prawn. Yeah. Need to draw a threat, but this is obviously great, so we can keep this. Alright, so lounge. Little lounge act. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, so interesting here, do we leave up Duress or Spell Pierce? Or Duress and we leave up Spell Pierce? Leave up Spell Pierce. Just so you go. Try and pierce a Fable here. And then we can fire off some Duresses next turn. This is a very, obviously, all disruption, no threat hand, which isn't always ideal, honestly. But we can work with it, make it work. Land, go. We draw our own Fable. That's awkward. Now we're kind of committed to like leaving things up, so just play this, Duress them, and see what the story is. John Prawn telling me what the story is. Safekeeping, Fable, Titan. We can't Spell Pierce Fable next turn, so let's take this. I mean, Duressing the safekeeping is not particularly exciting, so I'm just going to say go. We do need to apply some pressure before they can just cast Titan. I used to have Stroke too, but attack for 1, sure. Cool. Alright, so we're just going to play Fable here. We want to save Stroke for Titan. Maybe we should Duress first. Get one more Lucky Lou. Alright, let's Duress. Survey says. Whew. It's a big one. Alright, and now we're going in. They're going to have a one-turn window here. I guess we could have left Spell Pierce up there and blown them out off the Kami War, but we'll give them one turn here to draw something big. Which is a little risky, honestly, but I guess we could have cast Harvester and left Spell Pierce up as well, but they're close to drawing 3 up this thing too, which is kind of scary, but once we untap with Stroke and Spell Pierce, I'll feel pretty good about things. We have the Go Blank also. It's a big turn. Basically comes down to like, did they draw a heater this turn exactly? They did not. And now we're off to the races on mana too, so they're about to draw 3, so Go Blank doesn't feel particularly great. I think it's still fine though. I'm just gonna leave it. Just get our thing in, make some mana, and then probably just play Harvester with both Stroke and Spell Pierce up. We have potentially Go Blank, Flashback Go Blank, which is pretty cool too. So now they've drawn some cards. Ideally, they'll go for one big thing. We'll counter it, untap, maybe blank them. They have a lot of cards in hand now. They have a lot of cards. This card's good. This card's really, really good. Alright, there is land number 6. Just gonna say go. Wow. Untap. Draw land. Flip the Sega. I mean, I think I just like go blank with Stroke and Pierce up. So play land. Stack again. Goblin Shaman's just so good. Just making a mana every turn. Just simple effect, but just so good. Definitely a lot of benefit having kind of like a variety of spells in your deck for Adversary. Adversary's good too. There was some dissension among the team about like the exact list. Some people played 3 Adversaries, some played 2, some played the Spell Pierce, some didn't. Which partly what put me off the deck, honestly, was that there was no consensus among the team. But opponent is in the tank here. They're going to Seed of the Empire, my Bloodtithe Harvester. You got it. It's dead. Take 2. Go blank you. Again, like, the cheap counter spells are just so good against this deck. Discarding the 2 cards we know about in Titan and Safekeeping, which is pretty interesting. So they have a mystery hand. A mystery hand. Titan seems pretty good here, too. They might have a 2nd or 3rd Titan in their hand, because Titan feels like the best card. You can't negate it, can't annul it, can't spell pierce it, and it's just like probably the most impactful card on the board, and they're 1 mana off casting it, so I suppose they need another green. They only have 2 green at the moment, but the person who built my opponent's deck, I played it on stream before. They've hung out on stream, and they actually went 5 and 2 in the Pro Tour with this deck as well, which is super awesome to see a player like building their own deck, doing well with it, playing it in the pro level event, having a good record. Just super cool, super cool. Alarmobot, Battle of Frost and Fire. So we're gonna Spell Pierce this. Only have 1 mana up. Just get our Spell Pierce while we can. We still have Stroke available as well, and the next turn we have Adversary plus Go Blank too. So yeah, I think we're in good shape now. Now we have Reflections lined up too, so Corpse Appraiser is great too. But we're definitely gonna go blank here. Adversary, kick it, go blank, get the hand, and they're gonna concede. Yeah, so it's funny that deck, this 5-color deck, is specifically very good against mid-range decks, except for Grixis because of the counter spells. All right, round 2. Opponent is 63 Mythic. We're still on the ladder harvest hasn't reset yet. We're probably like 5 minutes left. We're gonna mulligan. Obviously, double Swamp Hand in the all multicolor cards, not so good. Opponent mulliganed as well. We mulligan to a passable hand. That's very awkward because it's no way to know how good Ray is going to be. If Ray is good, this hand is great. If not, the hand is sketchy. We're on the draw. I think we're going to keep the Ray. I think we're going to ship the Adversary. And keep Sorin. I don't love Sorin, but it's a card that can gain cards back. We're going to keep this. Ship Adversary. No 2nd red, no high value spells to recast, so Rockfall Veil. Alright. Sure. We got Ray up. Hopefully they cast the Magda. Hall of the Storm Giants. Okay. There's a this could be there's like a an Is It Dragons deck that was like splashing green for 4 Titan of Industry. That's probably what this deck is if I had to guess. Actually a pretty sweet design, honestly, because it makes your Fables really good. I like that deck. Making it disappear. Alright, you got me. You got me. Iteration, sure. So we'll resolve Sword next turn, most likely. No good answer to Goldspan Dragon at the moment, which kind of sucks. But Duress. Alright, I think I actually like Duress plus Fable a lot better, actually. So Let's play land and Duress. And see, their hand is Surge, Fable, lands. Alright, they can keep their Surge. So they've got not much going on. And now our Fable gets to resolve and loot away our crappy Ray, which is great. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Goodbye, Goblin. Alright, so discard Ray Pathway. Ooh, Evelyn's also good. So now we're interested in end step Evelyn, or are we interested in Sorin? It's got to be Evelyn, I think. Alright, so we're going to play a Pathway here on black and just say go. Could get countered, obviously, but we could upkeep it, but I'm not going to do that. Don't want them to find a counterspell, but I don't want to inform their decisions either. I'm just going to cast it. We get Negate and Soul Transfer. So Evelyn lives here. We're in great shape with a Negate available for their turn and a transfer. And our own Vampire coming too. Next turn we get to go Sorin, make a Vampire, trigger Evelyn, have Negate up. Which is pretty awesome. Again, I believe they have multiple Titan Administrator. Oh, Bribery Tracker also. That's interesting. This is a card that's seen a small resurgence lately. I'm not really sure why exactly. It seems to line up reasonably well in this format. And they have Fading Hope. Okay, that's pretty good. Alright. Bribery Tracker's back. Alright, so I think we're just going to resolve Evelyn again. Honestly. Yeah, and we'll... Before we play a land, we'll do this. They could have Land Titan next turn, but it's going to be a slugfest to get our Evelyn going. We tweet our own Titan. That's great. As you play the Mire. So as long as Evelyn does, we just start casting our own Titans next turn, which is pretty awesome. And again, the good thing with Evelyn is it's pretty hard to kill. So it's an interesting deck. Alright. No blocks. Alright, it's a Titan War. It's a Titan War. Gonna kill Reflections and make a 4/4. We draw Meathook Massacre. Interesting. We're just casting our own Titan, right? We could Soul Transfer their Titan. But I don't really see a particularly good reason to do that, honestly. Because we're out. We could like do that and then play Sorin, I guess. But Massacre for 4 is also pretty appealing. So let's like work our way towards that. So play Titan. And could shatter their clue, but we're going to make a 4/4 and shield counter. And we're going to shield counter the Titan itself. Well, I guess that's bad because if they have Fading Hope to bounce back to their hand, that's really bad. We'll see. We'll see if this is right or wrong. Amusing how Fading Hope plays against their own stuff. Alright. Star My Kraken was a good sign for us. Goldspan Dragon, sure. 9-minute Massacre for 4 is looking really... Okay then, sure. Just gonna pack it in. Evelyn takes the game. Evelyn takes the game. Alright, so we're gonna want... They're like... Teamer Dragons? We're going to want, I would say, Duress, Evelyn, Soul Transfer, Stroke, maybe Go Blank. I would say we don't want the Ray. We don't want the Massacres. I just don't like the card Sorin at all. I think it's extremely flimsy. And... we could shave a Surge, honestly. I think I'm pretty happy here. Alright. Alright. Found your Kaito. We can keep this. Sounds pretty good. Turn 2 Harvester, turn 3 Kaito. Kaito not as important in this build of a deck as it was in the Alchemy version. Corpse Appraiser does a lot of the same task. Kaito can be a little finicky at times. Bank Buster? Sure. I would say Kaito's a better engine than Bank Buster is. We'll take that. Tracker. Alright. So, we actually, like... No, they're going to attack me, actually. Wow, okay. That's aggressive. I was going to say we can't attack another 4-4, but they're going to attack me, sure. Alright, yeah, I mean... I don't think we mind just taking a hit this turn, just getting Kaito and playing and starting to draw cards, so... Attack. Kaito, draw. Kaito's, of course, safe for the turn by phasing out. Then I get to untap and start playing Harvesters and stuff. We got Soul Transfer on tap, too. Prismari, okay. Big bops. That's a lot. That's a lot of damage. That was a perfect draw. A perfect draw there. Alright, so now we get to land Harvester. They actually have 2 mana up because of Prismari, which is pretty gross. That's actually really cool. Tapping the clue for mana, so going Tracker into Prismari, you have 2 mana up. That's actually awesome. It's a cool deck. It's a cool deck. Yeah, we're going to cast Grasp and Transfer. I mean, Grasp and Harvester. I'm going to try and kill... I'm going to cast this now because I want to see if they have a counterspell. Actually, I can kill the Prismari and then they don't have mana up. Then let's do that. So let's do this. Kill this. Let's say if I run a Abrade here to kill my blood. Mega Blue. Sack the... No, yeah. Float 2 mana. Sure. So we'll move to our second main phase. They lose the mana. And we're going to make a ninja. And I'm just going to grass the Tracker right now before they can do anything about it. It's not like... I mean, like, they can like crew their Bank Buster with it and stuff. And like, maybe we could have waited for Goldspan Dragon, but... I don't know. We'll see. Maybe better to wait. We could offer the Harvester trade for the Tracker, but... Another Prismari. Now they have 4 mana up. Thankfully, Harvester is a free kill on it. They can crew an attack. We have a ninja to block if necessary. Alright, Bank Buster. Who are you going for? Me or Kaito Shizuki? Could also just allow Kaito to die here, but I think that's wrong, so... Just gonna block. And then we can see... probably just Soul Transfer. We could, like... Draw Fable, too. Interesting. So we could use Harvester to kill this. Let's loot. We're not attacking, so... Alright, discard one of our 3 Blightstep Pathways. It's amusing how good this Bank Buster has been against us as an attacker. Wow. Alright, so Negate. Now we're just going to kill it with this thing. And if they have a creature, they can Bank Buster to kill my Kaito. Bank Buster's been pretty good against us here so far. I need to bring in a Abrade. Fable cannot crew it, so that's good for us. Make a Goblin. Now... Alright, we're going to loot a land here. Yeah. Let's start here. Appraiser's pretty good. Kind of makes me wish I had that land back, but sure. So I don't want to have to use my soul transfer with my adversary. In case they play a Goldspan Dragon, I guess they could cast if they had it, but they're untap. Another Corpse Appraiser. I mean, Appraiser for land is pretty good. Alright, let's do this. Cast Corpse Appraiser. It's actually our first Corpse Appraiser, so. Target their tracker. We get Duress, Surge, Pathway. I think I like having Voltage Surge available. Although the thing is, we're not gonna reveal it, which is important. So it can kill Bankbuster, which is good. Yeah, I'm cool with this. Take Surge, bin Duress land, and gonna make a token and just say go. So now we have the ability to block the 2/2. We can Surge the Bankbuster. Draw a card, sure. Suppose absolute worst case, then drawing Goldspan Dragon, we can Surge the Goldspan Dragon as well. Sucks too because we want to kill it before they attack, but then they can crew. This deck's cool. I like the deck a lot. Standard's great right now. Standard's awesome. There's so many different decks. It's a great format. They hit another iteration. Oh my god. Alright. Do your thing, I guess. Now we can adversary duress them, which is kind of appealing, but... Alright, out of red mana. Untap. Another adversary. I think we're just going to attack and appraise again. So let's attack with... I'm going to play Appraiser. Leave up Surge, most likely. They're still drawing cards off this thing, too. It's pretty gross. Let's attack. Probably a bit of pressure on us to close this game out. Draw. Land.
I'll be taking that now.
We can cast Fable or another Appraiser. I think we need to cast the Appraiser, though, because we kind of committed to blocking this thing, so... We are going to play this on blue, play Appraiser. A lot of counterspell here. No. Not at all. Alright. Yeah. Say go. Draw a card up the old Busta. Getting Fable down so we can kick our soul transfer is kind of cool, but like might not be a hoop necessary to jump through. Jesus, so many cards, so many cards. All right. They have a full grip, 7 cards in hand. We are ahead on board, though. Mostly. Tight game. Another Bankbuster. Alright, we're going to kill this Reflections and stuff. Also denies them the ability to crew and block too, so... Well, I guess they can actually draw off Bankbuster and then crew the other Bankbuster. We can just kill it though, so... What's on zap? Draw Infernal Grasp also. Pretty good, although our life is low. I think we're good for this though. So we're going to move to combat. I'm going to leave back one of the Appraisers, I think. Am I? I don't think I am, actually. I'm going to attack. Alright, so they're going to do what I thought they were going to do. So they're going to draw. Make a crew person. Try and crew the other Bankbuster. We're going to kill it with Voltage Surge. And get in for a big chunk, draw off Kaito, cast Fable probably, and have our Grasp up. We also have our adversaries teed up too, so... Alright, there's a Goldspan Dragon. Crew. 4 attacks. Attempt to kill a dragon. They obviously could have like a whole pile of cards here. They could just like counter this, kill a thing, and we just lose, but sure. Like, yeah, we're just dead. Alright, so the 7 cards got us. We were a little aggressive here. Maybe we should have left something back. We could have maybe left back the 1/1 actually. That might have been better. It might have been better. We took a lot of damage early, unfortunately, from the Bankbuster and the Tracker, which really ended up mattering a lot. I think maybe the Ninja could have stayed home there to try and stop that, though. Alright, on the butt. No worries. We're going to bring in the Abrade for sure. I'm going to shave another Surge. And this feels pretty good. I had to bring in the Negate, but I think it's fine. A lot of their threats are actually creatures, so... Remember, folks, as always, there's a companion article to this video on CoolStuffInc.com. I do video content. Video article every Monday, a written article every Friday. Always free content every weekday on CoolStuffInc.com. Again, I apologize, I'm a little low energy today. The old COVID is, whoo boy. Ooh boy. But there's also promo code Jim5, 5% off your order on CoolStuffInc.com. Best place to buy all your gaming stuff, Magic and non-Magic, board games, card games, miniatures, you name it. And they got it. CoolStuffInc.com. Again, promo code Jim5, 5% off your order on CoolStuffInc.com. Going into game 3 here against the number 63 Mythic. Playing a pretty cool deck, too. I like the deck a lot. I like their deck a lot, actually. They are reevaluating their sideboard. Alright, sure. Alright, so on the play. Hand's good. Hand's good. The old underdog. There's no need to fear. And if they kill it, we have the Corpse Appraiser. Looks like they're going to kill it. Underdog. You don't mind exiling Underdog to Appraiser, honestly. It's not ideal, but... You dead? Alive. Alive, indeed. Alright, here comes the buddy. Great success. Harvester. Alright, well, we're on the board, folks. Do they have a Pyroclasm of some kind? Nope, just a Fable. So we are way ahead on board now. I believe we're going to just kill this and Appraiser. We could be like extremely aggressive here and grasp us and attack, but that's kind of crazy. So, just gonna kill this. Cast Appraiser. Exile our Harvester. We got Fable, Harvester, Land. Pretty easy Fable here because our we're so full of lands to act. Just play Mountain Insigo. Debating if we want to blood a land or not here. I think we probably do. They discard nothing. Your hand's got to be basically perfect to discard nothing. So, color me intrigued. Fable, sure. Fable land. Alright, so let's discard Lando. Draw Spell Pierce. That's pretty cool. Sure. Attack. I would trade Underdog for Goblin here pretty happily. I want to keep this grass. It's our last kill spell right now, so I want to save that for a Goldspan Dragon or something real good. So, get in there, and we're going to play, let's say, this pathway on blue and just cast Fable. So, there you go. Board's pretty good. They get to flip one of their Fables right now, but it's fine. Not a ton to do with it just yet. Again, no discards in the first table is pretty crazy. Curious to see if they don't discard again. Again, they keep all 7 guards. Wow. Who are you people? Keeping all 7 guards. Briarbridge Tracker. Sure. Alright. Interesting. Very interesting. This feels very negate-y. We're going to untap. Draw land. Alright. We're going to discard, I think, one of these lands. Maybe had one second one. So we could discard 2 and be greedy, but I think I kind of actually actively want a land here. Let's discard both. We don't actually need a land. We're going to grasp Spell Pierce, make a mana. So what are we even killing? Yeah, let's discard both. Draw a Soul Transfer, Corpse Appraiser. Awkward. Awkward. I think I try and kill Tracker. So we can safely attack with our Goblin, honestly. Alright, there's your Negate as planned. There's your Spell Pierce. That's dead. Attack. They're going to have an active reflection. Oh, never mind. Just kidding. Nope, just kidding. So they're going to have an active reflection next turn. Which is not ideal, but not a lot of their cards gain, like, on the board value. They can, like, you know, gain a treasure or 2. That's great. So do that. Then we're going to cast our other Corpse Appraiser. Exile Tracker. We can go find ourselves a Evelyn or a Harvester. I think it's Harvester. I don't know, actually. Evelyn's really, really good. Harvester's better as far as like using our mana next turn. We could transfer and Harvester. It would also give us a Blood. Actually, yeah, let's go take the Harvester. This is going to give us an artifact, so we can actually Soul Transfer Kick next turn and return the Evelyn, which is super cool. So we'll bin the Evelyn now. And now next turn we can go Harvester, Transfer, Double Kick with the enchantment in play. Get back Evelyn, kill their thing, and so on and so forth, which is great. And adds more to the board too, obviously. Card's really, really good. Card's really, really good. Velocity and a good sized body. Card's very, very much testament to what Standard is. Standard is all about playing to the board, and this card does that very, very well. It's a good sized body, but it still draws you cards, gets through your deck, finds you cool stuff to do, but at a good size and a good rate for the board. And them being in the tank's pretty good for us. They only have 5 mana. Sixth mana. So they can Goldspan copy it, which is good, but like, whatever. Alright, so flip our Fable. The problem is that they have like a Negate here. It's like pretty gross. But there's not really a ton we can do about it, so Play Harvester. Oh no. I screwed up. I didn't check my colors of mana. Oh, I made a boo-boo. Okay. That's bad. Okay, I screwed up. For now, it is what it is. We'll go to our next turn. Our board's pretty good here, but obviously my entire plan revolved around playing Harvester and then Soul Transfer. Decided to play this on, I guess if I played it on Reddit, it wouldn't have mattered anyway, but... Alright, so get the copy Goldspan now, and get in for a pretty big chunk, and then probably cast Titan of Industry too. We'll see what happens here. This could be bad for us. Might have thrown this game away. Just not looking at my lands. Now they have 11 mana. And they are tapped out, so that's sure. I guess that like could have been worse, right? All right. I don't necessarily love underdogging when we're at 10. We could just Hive at the Eye Tyrant and get 3 damage in anyway. They have 2 cards left and not a bunch of mana, a decent amount of mana. I want to keep the artifact for Soul Transfer. Am I willing to go down to 8? Yeah, I guess I am. So, draw a card. It's Evelyn. Evelyn's pretty good, although it is a little slow. Really hoping for no Goldspan here or no Titan of Industry. Okay. That's neither of those cards, but still probably one of the worst things they could cast for us. Alright, land. Alright. May end up regretting taking that 2 damage. I don't know if that was right or not. Now we're dead to any dragon off the top. Yeah, I was probably wrong. I should have stuck with the Hive of the Eye Tyrant. That was very, very, very unnecessarily greedy. We draw Duress. I still only have the 1/2 black. I mean, this sucks. All right, do both. Target this. Return. I don't actually have a castable card. Playing the wrong land like a million turns ago on blue instead of black. Because I had a black land on my hand. It's just like cost this entire game. Unfortunately, it's pretty sad, but it is what it is. All right. All right. I mean, it worked. I suppose I could like. I want to keep the Duress for next turn, probably. Like, I'd be discarding a card here. Yeah, I mean, I want to keep the rest. I'm just going to discard a card here and try and draw our Stroke or a black source. Punch Thomas first, but... Alright, well, we found a black source, but unfortunately it's tapped one. Would have loved to cast Corpse Appraiser there, put lethal on the board. I guess we have the Hive, though. Oh, boy. Alright. That's bad. I think we're dead, folks. Evelyn and Appraiser. Still has us dead. Yeah. Yeah, we threw this game away. I should have won this match. I just played a little too sloppy. I mean, now I can cast Appraiser, but we can't stop the attack. If we were at 6, we could take the damage from Trample, but we didn't, so I think we just made numerous mistakes this game that were all pretty small and really added up. Alright, you got me. You got me. Yeah, we should have won this match. I just played bad, unfortunately. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Yeah, I misplayed land here, and a little bit too greedy on a life there, and that'll do it for us. Would you look at that? We played so bad our last match. Arena was like, that's it. You're back in platinum. No, the ladder just reset. So, let's go here. And let's mulligan to a decent hand. Not incredible, but decent hand. Get a bit of Pathway and Duress on one. Oh, man. Opponent's last deck was really cool. Try and reverse engineer that deck, maybe. Keep this Ship Pathway. Fire up the old Duresskis. We'll decide if we're going to play our adversary on turn 2 aggressively or not. What are we looking at? We're looking at a Hagra Mauling, a Plains, a Swamp, a Voice of the... I guess we're back not in Mythic anymore, huh? Alright, sure. Clerics it is. Clerics it is. Their stuff's gonna size up really fast. This should, like, be a good matchup for us, but we need to actually draw, like, removal spells and stuff. Meathook Massacre is probably not going to kill anything. I'm gonna hold this adversary, I think. Let's find a better spot. Problem is that... What? What? Why would they play... Why would... What, this come... Sure. Sure. You live your life, opponent. You do what you're going to do. That probably cost them the entire game, honestly. They could have just cast Cleric this turn and, like, this next turn, but they played a Sanctum over a Swamp for some reason. And now they're a turn behind on curve, and now our Massacre looks pretty good. And everything's turning up pretty peachy here. I'm going to discard the adversary and a land. Try and find some more gas here. Spell Pierce Evelyn. Evelyn's kind of dope. Let's attack. I would like to set up for a big Massacre, too, which the treasures definitely help to accomplish, but next turn they could, in theory, have a 3-3, 2 3-3s, and a 4-4, which Massacre for 4 is good again. I'm just going to play this and say go. And we'll just see what they do on their turn. And then base if we're going to play Evelyn or if we're going to just Massacre off of that. So he's only triggered once for life. So they've actually played it in a manner where they only get 3 3-3s. So they played this backwards too. I don't know why, but sure. I'm sorry, it's this before actually. They played the voice first. I guess yeah, this worked out. Never mind. I lied. All right, so they attack. We're gonna take this attack and Massacre. So. We're gonna lose our Fable also, but whatever. Take our sweeper here. Alright. X is 4. Do a little lounge act. Now we got Evelyn up. Spell Pierce is looking a little haggard here, but land 5, Righteous Valkyrie. We draw land. All right, so we're gonna Evelyn now to make a land drop off of it if we want to. They can't manage to reverse it, obviously. So Voice of the Blessed Creature, sir. Say go. suppose Haggard Mauling would be annoying if they had that, but that would suck pretty bad, actually. Silver Quill command. Turn a creature, opponent sack. Oh my god. Oh my god. Whew. Whew. Whew, boy. That was almost scary for a second there. Love a good Spell Pierce. And that should probably be the game. Now I get to play a Harvester and steal another thing from them. Steal some more cards, make a blood. This time we get Land Voltage Surge. That's awesome. So I can play Surge on their turn. Steal some more cards. Mauling and Massacre. Also, maybe if they attack there is bad actually, because they could have a Wandering Emperor. Might just like not be necessary to attack, but still great value if they have it. I guess they have Emperor, they could save their thing too, but. Pawn some tank. We got a whole, got a whole bunch of cards here we can play off of our Evelyn, which is pretty cool. Let's play a Voice of the Blessed. Which can gain life or contain triggers off of our Meathook Massacre triggers. Ooh, we like that. That's fancy. Oh, you fancy, huh? Alright, and then, I mean, just gonna attack. Alright. Got the old abandoned Mire up. They got a Vanishing Verse their Voice to Blast? Sure, you got it. They found a target. They found a target. You're at that, your turn. We got their Mauling up. Voice the Blessed. Be a shame if something were. Aww. Aww. Alright, so we're gonna bring in Ray of Enfeeblement, which is pretty insane against them. Mind Flayer, maybe. It's funny, Massacre's like not even that good against them because they size up so well. But the spot removal is really, really good. So gonna cut Spell Pierce, gonna cut Duress. Kind of like a third Evelyn actually, because they just struggle to kill it so much. Mind Flayer is actually bad, I think. Cut the Sorin because Sorin's terrible. Transfer is not bad. Just have to cut the Massacres. Bring in Transfer. Pretty happy here. We have a lot of freaking spot removal with 4 Rays and 4 Surges, so really, realistically, things just shouldn't live. Just have like a bunch of Sword Splashers in our deck. Ray is a big thing holding back white decks in this format. It's just so unbelievably efficient. Alright, no blue. This hand's totally fine. We're on the draw with 2 good kill spells. You should draw a blue source. They mulligan, just like kill a thing. We'll draw spells or a blue. Fable's great too. Mountain Go. Surge in the chamber. Surge finds a target. And yeah, so it works for me. So Ray into Fable. Fable makes a blue. We get a Ray and play Corpse Appraiser. It's all looking pretty good. Untap Pathway on black. Play Fable. Say go. Fable's so good. It's just so good. Cleric of Life's Bond. Alright, we're gonna get rid of probably just Pathway here. So we're gonna attack Ray, Kaito, probably. It's funny. Alright. Attack, trigger, Ray. Play Kaito. Draw. Play Lounge. Pretty one-sided affair here. I'm not gonna try and sugarcoat it. This deck is good at killing things. It's definitely good at killing things. Ooh, that's a big boomer. Wow, what a card to have. All right, Guardian Savior here. Our Corpse Appraisers were delayed a little bit, so that's the kind of play that brings them back into this game. I'm not gonna lie, that's a really big play. It's a really big play. All right, we draw an Adversary, which is pretty good. So we're gonna play Adversary and kill, I think, Voice of the Blessed. I guess the Cleric actually gains life. Might need to kill that instead. Let's get a Ray. We're going to kill the Cleric. And then attack with the Adversary. And then draw. Next turn we have Copy Adversary, which is awesome. We just ran out this there. All right. We were in a little bit of a really moment there, but now things are back on track, I think. I think a second copy of the Guardian Savior might swing things a little bit, but I'm gonna let Kaito go here. She'll let Kaito go. Don't think Kaito's an integral part of our plan. We could double block in theory and kill this. Don't want to do that. Keep Flexion alive. Keep my Mana Maker alive, and just keep copying things and going nuts. They're gonna grasp the Adversary, not the Reflection of Kiki Jiki. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. We draw another Ray? Sure. Alright. Play Corpse Appraiser. Exile. Oh, look. Another kill spell. Okay, give me that one. And then we're going to copy Corpse Appraiser. And exile that one. And draw a Lando. Okay. We're going to play land. Attack, make treasure. A bada bing, bada boom. And then I guess we just say go. Don't really need to kill anything just yet. Let's see what they're up to. See what the story is over there. Alright. They've got no creatures in graveyard. I'm going to kill this Savior, not the Voice, in case they have another Savior in their hand. Then next turn we can Corpse Appraise everything. It's a Guardian Savior. Cool card. Revelark adjacent. Not quite as good, but Revelark was a cool card. Okay. Comically ahead on resources here. Two Seed of the Empire, sure. You got me. Alright. And that. And let's just, there's no creatures left, huh? Alright, sure. Maybe we'll appraise some more corpses. That one. Sure. Keep the ball rolling. Your turn. Your turn. I'll hold one creature in hand in case they have a Miser's Doomscar or something like that, but I think we're feeling pretty good here. Cool. So, yeah, this deck beats up on creature decks. You know, who would have thought? Who would have thought? So, we'll take that. Overall, deck's great. This is a really, really good mid-range deck with a lot of cool stuff going on. It's got enough synergy, both in the elements of, like, trying to get an engine online, whether it's Kaito or Fable, as well as the little vampire package, too. The Evelyns are really fun and really solid card. Personally, if I had played this in the Pro Tour, my list would be a little bit different. I would not have played the Spell Pierce. I would have played a second Duress probably. I would not have played Sorin. We were discussing possibly playing Angie in that slot, but I'm not a very big Sorin fan. I think a third Adversary is also very reasonable too. But all in all, this deck's awesome. It's like super, super solid. Again, I majorly regret not playing it at the Pro Tour, and just a really fun standard deck that's mid-range and powerful, but also has enough synergy to keep you happy too. So deck's super sweet. Give it a spin. Again, this is Mike Sagers' deck from the top 8 of the Innistrad. Man, I am delirious. The New Competitive Set Championship, all right? Thanks for watching, folks. I love you all. I will see you next week. Hopefully I'll be feeling a little better, and hopefully you're all doing great out there, all right? Stay safe, folks. Have a good one.